Welcome to the channel. This video is going to go over the L3 Antminer and gonna go over if it's really even profitable to keep it running today. For the past week, I've been on the edge with the price of Litecoin, the profitability of this machine. And right now it's right on the edge. It's probably generating less than $1 a day in additional from what it costs to run it. So profit is probably $1 a day currently, which is not much. And if the price of Litecoin drops down, then it's going to be negative. But if it goes up, then of course it'll be positive. So I'm going to talk about the L3 miner. Then I'm going to go over the S9 and see if that's profitable today. And then talk about a few of the other products that probably are coming out and that have come out already. So let's get started. First of all, the L3. Here it is. The price has dropped down quite a bit. It's only $828 and it's in stock. Previously in the past year, they've been sold out constantly. They would sell out really quick. But currently, they're shipping fast and they're really cheap. So around $828. It doesn't come with a power supply. That's around another $100, and shipping's around $100. So, you're looking at around $1,000 for that. And if you look at the profitability, currently, if you use around this is average numbers. I don't know. You're gonna have to figure out your cost of electricity, and the power consumption is usually around 600 watts if you're using the 220 volt. This is approximate numbers. And the pool fee, I put 5%. That's usually around, some of them are 0, but mostly it's around 2 to 5%. So based on those numbers, you're going to generate around $1.77 a day, which is not that great. To get your money back if you bought the machine, it's going to over a year, which as the difficulty increases, if you look at the difficulty chart here, keeps going up, and it's going to keep going up. The Litecoin difficulty is not that high compared to Bitcoin difficulty, but it's still going up, and as newer, faster machines come out, it'll shoot up faster. So it's about time to shut these machines off. I'm going to be shutting mine off here any day. I'll probably put it on eBay, try to sell it, or maybe I'll hold on to one in case the price of Litecoin goes up to $1,000 or something. Then it'll be profitable to turn these back on. But currently it's right on the edge of turning it off. So I'm just going to wait and see what the price goes, and then go from there. What are you guys doing? Are you going to turn your machine off? Are you running these? Have you turned it off already? It's pretty much at the time. And the S9 is pretty much the same. If you look at the S9, they do have that available. It's $1,200. But the profitability on that is about $3 a day. If you look at the chart here, we'll put in 14. So about $3 a day, at these settings. So it's not that great. Still better than the Litecoin machine, but it's dropping fast. And if you look at the Bitcoin difficulty, it has been going up for the past year dramatically. But as some new miners come out, these Dragon T1 Mint miners, these are 16 terahash miners that have started shipping. A lot of people have been saying these are scams, and they're just waiting for the shipments to go out to prove that they're not. So there's been a lot of footage on Twitter and a lot of shipment notifications. So it seems like it's not a scam, and they are shipping these so far. So we'll see. That will probably boost the difficulty back up on Bitcoin. But I don't know how many of these they're shipping either. So. But this is one machine that's coming out that's trying to compete with Bitmain. But there is one company called WhatsMiner. WhatsMiner is a person that used to work at Bitmain that left Bitmain and started their own company called WhatsMiner. And currently Bitmain is suing WhatsMiner for patent infringement. But they're releasing their own miners, and currently they're looks 13 terahash, which isn't super fast, but this is a company to watch because they know technology. They worked with Bitmain. I've heard that they're kind of the chip designer or something like that. So it is a legitimate company, and they do have knowledge in the area. So it's very interesting to see. And they're selling these cords. That's interesting. But it's interesting to see the competition and what they're doing. So currently these are the companies doing it, but all the machines are not that fast. And the profitability is getting really low, the difficulty is going up, and the price of Bitcoin, I'm sure as everybody knows, is they're just going up and down, sticking around 7,000, but it's not doing much. Litecoin's been around 120 and it's not doing much. It'll go up a little bit, come back down. But as the prices go up and down, the difficulty is still going up to generate these coins. So it's going to be interesting to see over this next few months of what happens. I seen an article recently that said in the second quarter of the year that has usually been favorable to Bitcoin. So everybody likes to go off statistics and analysis and try to predict the future based on history. But I don't know if crypto seems to do, it does its own thing, and there's so many people influencing it now. There's so many companies regulating it, and it's hard to say exactly what it's going to do. It's not dead. A lot of people are saying Bitcoin's dead. I would say it's not dead. There's a lot of development going on behind the scene that a lot of people don't even know about right now. So as that catches up and then the network fees drop down and it makes it easier to use and people start implementing it again as payment option, then it'll pick steam back up. So we hit a roadblock when the network got jammed up and the fees got really high, and then people couldn't even accept it as payments because it cost more to send payments than it was to even buy the product or ticket or whatever the service was. So that was the problem. They're trying to fix that with the Lightning Network, the SegWit. Coinbase recently integrated SegWit. So fees have came down. If you look at the unconfirmed transaction fees, so these are unconfirmed transaction fees on the Bitcoin network, 1,800. That's the lowest I've seen it in a long time. And during the peak around December when the price was going crazy, this was like 120,000 unconfirmed transactions. So it's really low. The fees are low. The traffic's low. Everything goes through faster. It's just better right now. And a lot of it has to do with SegWit, and also has a lot to do with people not using the network as much. But it's not dead, and it's going to come back, and there's new technologies. Lightning Network hopefully will work out and become a thing that more people use that will make transactions super fast. But other than that, that's kind of what's going on with these miners. If you know of any new miners or companies or any information, post it in the comments below. If you have any questions, post in the comments below. Yeah, let me know if you're going to shut your machines off or you're going to keep them running. Oh, Bitmain also has this E3. It's an Ethereum ASIC miners, and it's 180 mega hash is the speed. If you come over to ETH, put 180 mega hash in here. I'm just going to say 1600 watts and 0.08 cents for the, I'll put 3% for the pool fee. So currently it looks like that would generate about $1.82 a day profit per year at the current price of Ethereum, which is really low. Ethereum just crashed majorly. It was up to 1300, I believe. Now it came all the way down to 382. It kind of makes sense. A lot of people are probably selling all these altcoins that are based on Ethereum, so they're selling based on the market, and it's going to drop Ethereum down. You can go here, look at tokens, top 100 tokens. Look at platform. Everything that says Ethereum, they're all built on the Ethereum blockchain. So if people are selling these, it's not going to be good for Ethereum. And as people buy these, it's good for Ethereum. So of course, a lot of people are selling now because they're panicking in the market as the prices drop. So I think that's why Ethereum is dropping. As some coins get popular again, if people want to buy the coins, then Ethereum will probably pick back up. So should you buy the E3, the Ethereum eHash miner from Bitmain? You know, if you have the extra cash and you want to get into mining, or you want to continue mining some new coins, it's not a bad deal. The price of that machine would have cost about $6,000 to get that power a year ago. And even today, if you want to buy the graphics cards and the motherboard and build a system that's going to do 180 mega hash, it's going to cost you probably $3,000, if not more. So it's not a bad deal. I know it doesn't ship for 3 months, but there are other coins. As you see this list here, you can mine Ethereum Classic, Expanse, Music Coin. So there's some other ones on here that you can mine. So even though Ethereum may be becoming obsolete for proof of work, it's going to move to the proof of stake with the Casper update. It'll be a while, but you know, I wouldn't expect to mine Ethereum with these for a year or 2 years down the road. It's not a bad deal, $800. You cannot use the coupon. You know, it's not a terrible machine because there are some other coins. Ethereum Classic is a good coin that even the developer of Litecoin supports Ethereum Classic, so it's got a good development team behind that. There also, PayPal has patented a cryptocurrency payment method, so I don't know if they're actually going to develop it or if they just made a patent just to stop other people from developing it. Hopefully PayPal will implement a cryptocurrency payment platform, which will make it really easy for websites and companies online to accept payments in crypto. Right now, that's one of the hurdles where there's not a lot of services offering that, and it's not really easy for websites to implement payments and accept them for the services. So PayPal already has a lot of that built in, and everybody accepts PayPal currently. So it sounds like they're working on a system that's going to allow them to accept and allow other businesses to implement and accept cryptocurrency. So if they do that, that'll be good. Also, Coinbase is implementing ERC20 tokens. They confirm this on their blog. So Coinbase is going, and the ERC20 tokens are based on the Ethereum blockchain. So as that gets implemented, it's going to help Ethereum price boost up. So right now may be a good time to purchase Ethereum. Actually, this is not investment advice. This is just a common sense view, my theory, and what's happening in the market. Because Coinbase will be implementing the ERC20 tokens, and as you know, or if you don't know, the ERC20 tokens are built on the Ethereum blockchain. So you have to have Ethereum in order to use the ERC20 token. As Coinbase implements the ERC20 tokens, you're going to have some Ethereum in order to even use any of those ERC20 tokens. And yeah, that's that. So I think that'll boost up the Ethereum price, and Ethereum price is really low right now. So that's that. Bitcoin price really is really pretty good. If you look at the overall, if you compare it to a year ago, let's say April, for instance, last May, almost 1 year ago, I sold one Bitcoin for $1,000. I had to help my son get a car, needed some money. I had one Bitcoin, so I sold it because the market, you know, up to that point, it really wasn't doing anything for like 3 years. So sold the Bitcoin, $1,000 I got, and helped my son get a car, and then boom, right after that, the price shot up. I think within 2 months after that, it was worth $8,000. And then a couple of months after that, you know, almost 20,000. As you know, the all-time high went up almost to 20,000. I was like, holy crap. So now it's back down to 8,000, actually 668. So it's not too bad if you look at the overall picture. And yeah, that's it. But anyways, okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.